Welcome back everyone to another episode of TRNM. In today's video, I will be bringing you my official Slinky Dog Dash coaster review. I got the chance to experience this coaster for my very first time just a little over a week ago, and before I get into any specifics, I must say I was pretty impressed. I thought the theming was great, the coaster itself was awesome, and overall it was just an amazing experience. But I will say, I did go into this ride with very low expectations based on some other things I've heard. All of that I will discuss later in the video, but I thought I'd just let you know that before I actually started with the official review. Now here are some general statistics on the ride. Although Disney has not released the actual stats on this ride, I would guess that the height is somewhere in between 50 and 60 feet, and your max speed is probably around 40 miles an hour. This coaster was manufactured by MACK rides, and this is actually the first time we've seen Disney go with a different company other than Vekoma for their roller coasters. Specifically at Walt Disney World. I know the other parks around the globe have had other manufacturers other than Vekoma, but 99% of the coasters here in Florida for Disney have been manufactured by Vekoma. Now with those general stats out of the way, I'm going to break down the ride element by element and discuss my general thoughts on the coaster. After making a small right turn out of the station, you accelerate right through your first launch, and despite popular opinions, I found this to be a very forceful launch. That could have just been because of my low expectations for the launch itself. Nevertheless, I found it to be a pretty forceful launch. Not as forceful as the one found on Revenge of the Mummy, but still pretty forceful. Following that first launch, you actually go into this turn. I really don't know exactly what to call it. It's basically just a 180-degree turn, but you kind of bank outwards towards the right, but then quickly bank left. And at the peak of that turn, it actually kind of slows down, which I wish it kind of would have gone a little bit faster, but it actually did give me plenty of time to enjoy the view from it, which is a really good view. Following that turn and drop, you actually go into this airtime hill, which provided me with some really decent flojector. I left myself about 3 inches from the lap bar, so it really depends on how you have your lap bar situated, but still, really good airtime. Following that airtime hill, you go into an upward helix, which provided some really good positives, and then after that helix, you go through a double down, which had some awesome airtime. After a quick turn, you slide right into your second launch. But before you actually launch, you stop and roll back a few feet. After winding up for a few seconds, you accelerate down the launch track and reach your top speed. However, this launch, because it's taken from a standstill, it honestly didn't feel as forceful as the first one. After that launch, you go up into this airtime hill, which for me gave some decent floater. After that hill, you go through these 3 consecutive bunny hills, which actually gave me some decent ejector. Following those bunny hills, you go through 2 back-to-back turns. And I will say, those turns gave me some really good laterals. After those turns, you slide right into the brake run, which concludes your coaster experience. So overall, what did I think of this coaster? I thought that it was a perfect fit for Hollywood Studios, and I also thought that it is one of the best family coasters I've ever been on. With that being said, keep in mind that when I give my final ranking, I am basing this off of a family coaster rating system. This is not the same rating system I would normally base off thrill coasters, such as Rock and Roller Coaster. That review would be based off of a separate ranking system. Now with that out of the way, here is my official score for this coaster. After riding this coaster and reflecting on my personal experience, I'm going to be giving Slinky Dog Dash a perfect 10. This coaster has everything I look for in a family coaster. If you're interested in seeing what my actual rubric is for family coaster rankings, let me know and I will actually post a video specifically on that. But overall, I found that Slinky Dog Dash was a perfect family coaster, and it's a perfect fit for Disney's Hollywood Studios. So there's my review for Slinky Dog Dash. Thank you all for watching today's episode. If you have an idea for a future video, feel free to leave it in the comments. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.